There we have it. Fagin?
WS, it's good that you're here. Did you get my message?
Indeed.
I need your help.
Did someone get upset that you were following him, sniffing after a scandal?
No, I've gotten used to that already. This is something bigger.
What is it?
Have you heard what happened at Vienna Station?
No.
There was an attack. Bloody and brazen. Several dead. All of them civilians, it seems. A new group of fanatics have taken credit for the assassination. They call themselves Lechites. The Russians have put Zhukov himself on the case. I want to write about it. The truth. But I need help.
What did I do to earn such trust?
I liked how you handled the case of the Krajewskis and Pietia Alexandrovich. Krajewski hasn't said a thing since then. Impressive, but also a bit scary. There is no one in Warsaw more suitable for what I am about to propose to you.
You flatter me.
Enough to get you interested in this case?
I've never written an article. How can I help?
I'll handle the writing, you focus on finding these Lechites. I want to eliminate the possibility of this being a Russian provocation. I'll interview them. What do you make of this?
Zhukov, is he that famous investigator?
They say he's amazing and very effective. If the Ruskies have got him on this case, it must be the top priority. Anything else?
I wouldn't be so sure the censors would allow you to print something like this.
I don't write exclusively for state-run newspapers. Have you ever heard anything about Kimicic?
I haven't. I only know the character from the book by Sienkiewicz. It's nothing special.
This is my pseudonym for a certain underground publication. I'll admit that I am rather well known in patriotic circles as Kimicic.
Congratulations.
Keep asking.
Who are those Lechites?
Nobody knows. They've shown up in Warsaw only recently. This is the first attack they've taken credit for. That's why I want to reach out and talk to them. Anything else?
Who died in this attack?
That's what's suspicious. Nobody knows. The list of victims has been classified, but I know that they're most likely civilians, random people, Poles. The Lechites fancy themselves patriots, and look what we have here.
That's enough for me to start with.
So you agree?
Yes. Maybe I'll reach out to Uncle.
Good idea, because you need a pass to access the attack site. They won't just let anyone in. No offense. Do you ever see Wanda?
Perhaps I should speak to her.
Wonderful. Fine. And when you happen to stumble across a Lechite, don't forget to call me. It's a Schröd-Mistje number, 3490. I'm also leaving you their manifesto. I just want to talk to them and write an honest article about them, in Polish.
May I have a moment of your time, Uncle?
Your timing couldn't be worse. I'm swamped with work. This attack at the railway station has the highest priority now.
That's what I've come to talk to you about.
First of all, keep your voice down. Secondly, I won't tell you anything because I'm not allowed to say anything. And third, are you involved with this in any way?
An acquaintance of mine, who cares about uncovering the truth behind this incident, asked me to help track down the culprits.
Tell him to leave it alone, or find new friends. If neither you nor Ligia is involved with this, then I won't tell you anything. You're not involved, right?
Liga and I have nothing to do with this, Uncle.
Swear.
I swear. I want to help. I can help.
You've helped enough already. You've helped me, Petya, and the Krajewskis. All I can do now is make a dramatic exit and leave you alone here. With all these papers, passes, and official stamps. I'm in a hurry, lad. I'd rather you not be here when I return.
Judge Voronin is not in.
I know. I'm his nephew. I'll wait here.
As you wish, sir.
It would be a sin not to make use of it. Oh, a Hammond machine. Good brand.
Everything all right there, Mr.
Yes, sure. Stamp looks worn out. To be expected. Uncle is rather heavy-handed.
May I offer you something to drink?
No need. I'll only be a moment.
May I offer you something to drink?
No need. I'll only be a moment.
May I offer you something to drink?
Might I take a moment of your time? Detective Zukov, right?
I'm not an idiot.
I didn't call you an idiot.
I'm trying to stay ahead of the facts. I want to save us both time, which is why I decided to warn you. I'm listening.
I think I could...
Help with finding the attackers, I know. Yes, for the love of God. Just don't ask me how I figured it out. I requested a Thaumaturge myself, but it will be at least a week before he arrives in Warsaw.
So, you're stuck with me.
Let's get to the point then. I trust you will share your knowledge with me. When you manage to locate the Lekites, be so kind as to come back to me.
Of course.
Please tell me, why does this matter concern you?
I want the culprits to receive just punishment.
And do you realize that the concept of justice is uniquely human, typically not present in nature? Is there anything else?
Have you learned the identities of the victims from Vienna Station?
The station is virtually impossible to examine during such a short period of time. At least for Warsaw investigators anyway. And it looks like all the victims were random people. Perhaps some things will clear up once we're allowed to talk to the injured witnesses. I'm waiting for a call regarding this matter.
So, there are survivors.
I've already said too much.
Meeting you was a most interesting experience.
Let's do this again when you find the Lekites.
Have you met your doctor yet? He's one of a kind. What's new?
What do you know about the Lehites, the new stars of the revolution?
You're asking me because you thought that was your best bet?
I don't know much about your struggle. I came to ask experts.
Don't be so smart.
What do you think about their manifesto?
They only did it for recognition. Pathetic, amateurish methods of getting attention. I despise them all. But Maybe you can help the lady. Do you know where to find them?
Sadly, no. I'm trying to figure it out.
Just don't forget to come and tell me. I'll gladly sort them out myself.
So this cause of yours...
What do you want to know?
Actually, I'll be off now.
Too bad. Stay out of trouble, wizard.
Excuse me. Could I interrupt you for a moment?
I'm with a patient. What do you want?
I'm investigating the attack, and I need to ask you a few questions.
What agency are you with?
Maybe I'll return later. Hello.
What is it this time, and where are my things? Give me back my clothes already so I can get out of here. Unless you want to shove a thermometer up my ass again, let's have it then, because I'm drowsy. And morphine. I'm in pain. Are you even a doctor?
You could say I'm a doctor of souls.
Like a priest?
Is there something you wish to confess?
You're no doctor. What the fuck do you want?
Can you tell me anything about the attack? Do you remember what happened then?
I don't remember, and I won't say. Even if it costs me my life.
Well then, How are you feeling?
Sleepy. You're boring me.
I'll leave you alone, for now. Beg your pardon. Is this the way to the platform?
Niet, no entry. Tishto, nie Swiss show what happened here.
My mind, no. What happened?
There was an attack. Dead bodies. Fodder niet.
Congratulations, soldier. Exemplary attitude. But I really have to look around here, so if you'll just let me.
If the judge himself issued it.
Thank you. I will report to him about your stellar performance. But if you were to ask about me, I was never here.
Конечно. Спасибо.
Let's take a look around. Good day, Mrs. Yagoda.
Have you worked up an appetite for a cookie?
I have a receipt for order number 149.
This must be Mr. Wisniewski's. Oh, what a delightful name that is. He orders eclairs every week for his wife. But last time, he didn't pick them up.
How about I deliver them? I need to talk to Mrs. Wisniewska.
You're a saint, child. They live nearby, just past the church. 1 Plebańska Street.
God, I didn't see you come in.
Excuse me, I didn't mean to startle you.
This is not the best time for a visit, Mr.
I know, please forgive me. I wanted to give you my sincerest condolences. I brought eclairs. Your husband wasn't able to pick up the order.
Thank you. Ignatsa. He remembered. As always. Are you from the patisserie?
I'm a Thaumaturge. I can help find the perpetrators of this tragedy.
Well, I would always share these eclairs with my husband. It would be a shame for them to go to waste. Ignatsa was very fond of Thaumaturges. He met one during his time in the army, the Polish army. I'm not afraid to say it anymore.
Do you mind if I look around here a little?
Come in. I'll make tea. Have you learned anything? Is there anything else I can help you with?
Why was he still holding on to this four-cornered cap over 40 years after the uprising fell? One visit from the Ochrana and both of you would be doing time.
He kept it hidden. I brought it here yesterday. I also have his saber and 2 bayonets. Ignatsa never stopped fighting for Poland. He corresponded with Piłsudski. These plans have fallen through already.
If it's not too painful, I'd like you to tell me some things about your husband.
Well, we met right after the fall of the January uprising. Ignatsa was hiding on my parents' estate near Warsaw. He was supposed to escape to America, but he changed his mind. And now, well,
were both of you believers?
Ignatsa more than me. After what happened, I don't know.
His last thought remained where he had died. I managed to read it.
Tell me, please. I'm sure it was about putting Poland back on the map of Europe, right?
No. I don't know where the boat he'd been thinking of was, but he mentioned a summer afternoon by a peaceful lake and a wreath of marigolds.
God.
And she was there. Beautiful, magnificent, the only one.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll let you be.
No. Thank you.
What now? An enema?
I know the station is your doing, Lehite.
I don't know what you're talking about. How about that morphine then?
I'll leave you alone, for now. I'm glad I caught you. I see you feeling better.
Well, it seems I'm a lucky guy. What is it?
Why won't you open up to me? After all, you want to send a message to the entire world. You want everyone to hear about you, to admire you. Do you know who Kmicic is? He's eager to write about you. In Polish, for a Polish underground newspaper. About the heroes of the self-proclaimed struggle against the occupiers.
What are you on about? Do you know Kmicic personally?
Yes, he can't wait.
Is that so? Well, I might be able to tell it to some people, and some people will give you our answer.
Where and when can we meet?
Calm down, magician. We'll reach out to you.
It's me again.
Yes, sir.
Maybe I'll return later.
You arrived just in time, young master. I was about to lock the door because the lecture's starting.
What lecture?
Mistress Ligia, she's so ambitious, is active in this floating school. She doesn't want anyone flying away from her lecture. Ask her, master.
Mr. Shulsky.
Welcome.
Your sister agreed to make your home the venue for this meeting of the Flying University. Will you stay for the lecture?
I would never expect to see such crowds in this house.
That's true. A nice change.
What is this lecture?
It's the next lecture in the series dedicated to the economic aspect of the woman's question. You could benefit from hearing it.
Who are the students of such an illegal university?
I believe they are the future. These days we also get applications from gentlemen, although originally the initiative was focused on education for women. Ligia is one of our priceless speakers.
Oh, Samuel, please.
Maybe you'd like to experience yourself what it is we do. Wouldn't you like to host our lecture today?
Me? A lecture? On what?
Perhaps you can enlighten us on the topic that is best known to you, but to the rest of the world still remains terra incognita.
You mean Thaumaturge?
I know there are those among our students who'd sell their souls to hear you speak. Well, would you be willing to take up this task, then?
It's not a challenge for him to talk about himself, right?
I'm not sure. I'm more of a practitioner.
Please, think about it. Official institutions tend to give a wide berth to the topic of Thaumaturgy.
We prefer to remain in the shadows, since it was not so long ago that our kind was burned at the stake.
If he doesn't want to do it, there's no point trying to convince him.
Regarding the lecture...
Did you change your mind and want to give the lecture after all?
Agreed. I'll do it. Maybe to prove something to someone, but I will do this.
Well, either way, I'll be much obliged. Can we begin?
I need another moment. I still have some preparations to do.
What do you need?
I should make use of some props to better illustrate the theory with examples. I'll see if there are any curiosities in the study that I could use.
You'll see. My brother won't disappoint you.
We're waiting, impatiently.
If I come in disguise, someone may begin to, well, suspect something. I thought as much. Let us now look for some things I could talk to the students about.
Mr. Victor, I'm sorry, I couldn't not look in here. I am in awe of this entire house.
And what have you found to be most to your liking here, miss?
I don't think I could pick just one thing. I think what fascinates me the most is that every mundane object can have a second, highly magical purpose concealed just beneath the surface.
That's true. I wanted to discuss it during the lecture.
I can hardly wait.
Have you been to other rooms as well, miss?
What do you mean?
Someone snooped around my bedroom. Are you up to something with a mysterious partner again?
Mr. Shulsky, I resent that. I didn't come into anyone's bedroom. Who do you think I am? I'll wait downstairs. I don't want anyone to misconstrue this situation as inappropriate.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Mr. Shulsky, one friendly face in a crowd. You are giving today's lecture, right?
Allow me to be so bold and point out that you look somewhat troubled, miss.
Can thaumaturges read minds?
I think everything will become clear during the lecture.
Yes, well, I'm waiting.
Please excuse me, I'll take my leave. I hope you enjoy today's lecture, miss.
Увидимся.
And now this place on top of everything. Someday it will be enough to stick one foot out the door to get locked up.
And we all know who will get us locked up.
Hello.
New student?
Indeed, I'm today's speaker, Viktor Shulsky.
Will you teach us how to cast spells?
I wouldn't want to preempt the facts.
I am intrigued.
Who was this vigorous discussion about then? About Polina Nikolaevna?
Indeed. It's probably our little Russian girl who's making all this trouble for us. I don't know why Dickstein doesn't see that.
To me, it's obvious that she's the snitch.
Do you have anything to support such accusations?
It's obvious, isn't it?
It's the Russian girl.
Why are you not suspicious of your friend who was arrested?
His father fought in the uprising. He wouldn't snitch.
Place of birth is hardly enough to determine whether someone is a traitor and a snitch. Wouldn't you agree?
And someone with your skills should already know everything. Wouldn't you agree?
All in good time. Have a nice lecture.
Break a leg.
And he walked across the entire town like that, with all that cocoa. And here he is.
I hear you were quite the mischievous youth.
I'm afraid the list of my offenses might be too long. Grażynka, should I be worried?
Why, of course not. No, we were just discussing childhood mischief and the cocoa incident.
Yes, I can't deny that one.
Do you have other interests than cocoa and thaumaturgy? Travel? Cards?
I'm sure Grażynka will tell you everything.
All your secrets are safe with me, young master.
In that case, I won't keep you any longer. See you, Mr. Szulski.
Victor?
Regarding the lecture...
Can we start?
I think we can begin.
I'm certain that this will be an exceptional meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a unique opportunity to broaden not only the spectrum of our academic knowledge, but also to delve into the knowledge that goes beyond that spectrum. Today, our host will reveal to us the secrets of his power from the borderline between science and magic. Viktor Szulski, if you would.
I would like to tell you more about the purpose of the items I have prepared for today.
I think we all know what a com is used for.
I think we should start with what you think Thaumaturge is. Here, we have 3 apparently ordinary items. However, there's more to each of them than you might think. This mask was made more than 1,000 years ago. My father brought it from Africa in 89. However, you can see that the deity it depicts has many similarities to the Slavic salutor, Veles.
Are you saying that people can see salutars?
Supposedly, people who are very sensitive, spiritual, or well inebriated can experience the presence of a salutar, as long as one is around.
Well, the lecture's over. Let's go to the London bar and summon some demons.
Where do salutars come from?
No one knows. This particular question remains unanswered.
How convenient.
We know that these beings have always been with us, just like the people who are granted the power. We coexist, but we do not know what rules govern this coexistence. Let us move on to the other items. On my father's comb, apart from the dandruff,
Disgusting.
there's also a memory, which I can easily read. This particular one concerns father's frustration caused by his developing baldness.
And do we have any influence on what exactly will remain on the item?
Let us not get ahead of the facts. I will cover it more extensively in a moment.
In that case, do you also talk to the dead?
No, no one can talk to the dead. If they claim otherwise, they're after your money. Contact with the saluteurs is enough for me. Let us move on.
I would like to remind you that time is... Can we see a practical demonstration?
This book was written in 1666. It was published solely to provoke a fear of thaumaturges. In the Middle Ages, people like me were burned at the stake and condemned for heresy.
Judging from the new Governor General, history is about to repeat itself.
The things that Scowan is saying, they're becoming scary.
I don't think anyone could go that far in the 20th century. People learn from history.
Sure.
Can't you use the power to make someone change their mind? Their way of thinking?
With the help of the saluteurs, I can bend people to my will. But the effect never lasts long, and not every one of these people has potential. That's enough theory. Let's move on to the practical part now. Can you help me with a small experiment, miss?
With pleasure.
Miss, can you give me a coin? I promise to give it back. Excellent. Let us focus on you then, Miss Cecilia.
Please go ahead.
Your fascination with thaumaturgy is intense. And there's a reason for it.
Well...
Contrary to how it may be perceived by outsiders, it is not the desire to impress a certain thaumaturge. Rather, it is a professional quest to find answers to questions yet unexplored. Miss wants to be the first.
Thank you, sir.
One more thing. You promised to explain something to us during the practical section. That section is now, right?
What I've just presented to you is the thaumaturge's skill of perception, which means reading that which is hidden. However, in order for perception to be useful, something must first be inscribed in an item.
Right.
And if someone doesn't have the power, but focuses on the message, will they be able to inscribe what they want?
Well, it doesn't hurt to keep trying, right?
Fascinating.
Thank you for this truly enlightening lesson. At the same time, it pains me to say that it's time to end it.
Do you have to end it now?
I have to be mindful of safety, not only of the students, but also of our hosts. Return safely and forget that you were here. Can I have a word with you, Mr. Shulsky? Please indulge me. Thank you, and congratulations on an amazing lecture.
The pleasure is all mine. I think you've caused me to discover a new talent in myself.
Thank you. I will not endanger you any longer. Until our next meeting, I hope.
Certainly. Have a good night, Samuel. Be careful.
Have a good night, Samuel.
Be serious.
What's the noise? The things people come up with.
What's new?
The Lehites.
What about them? Have you found out what den they're staying in?
They seek a meeting, but on their own terms. They said they would send a coach for me to Powiśle.
A pathetic ploy. Don't worry, I'll be there. I'll keep an eye on you.
I'll be off now.
Too bad. Stay out of trouble, wizard.
Please connect me with Fagin, the editor. Śródmieście 3490. Yes, I'll hold. Thank you.
Hello?
It's me, WS.
Have you learned anything?
They reached out to me. I'm keeping the brick, but someone should compensate me for the window pane.
I'll install it myself. My father was a glazier. Do you know where our bloodthirsty patriots are hiding?
We're supposed to meet in Powiśle near the market. They'll have a carriage waiting.
I'm on my way.
And I'll think about whether I should notify somebody else. You appear to be waiting for me.
Indeed, Mr. Szulski. Do you remember me? Czesław, I attended your lecture. Can I take a moment of your time? It's urgent.
What's the matter? Is something bothering you?
More than one thing, actually. I can't sleep. I'm afraid to walk alone in the city. I feel that I'm being watched.
Maybe you should consult a doctor about this before turning to a Thaumaturge.
It's them! They're here! Ah! You think they'll keep us here long? Do you at least know where we are?
No. I've got a splitting headache. They took the grimoire from me.
Do you believe me now?
Who are these people?
I don't know. I fear they're with the Ochrana. I told you, they've been following me.
Ever since I came back, I've been finding myself in situations like this quite often. It can't be good for my head.
Your head has more serious concerns right now. I'm afraid they won't let us go so easily, if at all.
Now is a good time for you to explain this situation to me.
I think they're after the Flying University and Dickstein. It was probably them that arrested Valdemar. And now they've been following me as well.
I'll take a look around here.